Okay, moving on with from the orange software to the Tableau software. I will click the Tableau icon on my taskbar for it to open. So then I'll go to Files, Open, and then navigate to where my work is. And the work I have saved it as Final 3. So I'll click on it and open it. Okay, so it starts with my interaction, my dashboard interaction, and then I'll go to the first page. Okay, in here, before you start, you can new project. You first click here and select. If it's an Excel, then you select. But my file is a .cvs file, so I have to. It's a text document, so I have to select this one and navigate to where I've saved the file, which is from orange. It was I saved it as Tableau heart disease. So here is it. So I just click on it, then click open. But because I've already opened it and I've already done everything, I will leave it. I'll cancel it and then go back to my project. Okay, so you can, as we can see, what we filtered is now here. Our data, which after processing, pre-processed data, we got from 303, now was left with 239. Here is it. And these are the columns. These are the columns, the age and the rest. So I've already did some Tableau accepts some coding. So I did some coding to separate and the ages into groups, into categories of 10, 10, 10. So here is it. These are categories of the age so that I could further explore on visualize, analyze, and visualize the data very well. So I've created so many columns to attach the counts and the rest. So the counts basically gives a one to each of the instances. So you could see one. You could see one to the end. So these are how flexible the Tableau software is. So being done with that, I'll move on to some of the things that I did. So first, I would like to go straight to the dashboard and explain the interaction before taking on an example how all these things were made, how the dashboard was made. I preferred the background to be the University of Scotland, and everything in the dash, everything that we have worked should be transparent except the core, this thing that should, the core graph that should appear in block, and it's very nice. Okay, so first I basically created basic, it's a basic information on the count. The count means that the number of instances, and those, since we are dealing with heart disease analytic board dashboard, I named my dashboard as heart disease analysis dashboard. So the diameter narrowing, as I previously said, the diameter narrowing is those who are having heart diseases and they are 90, 89, and the percentage of is 37.24%, and those who are not having are 150, and the average age of the whole survey or the whole data is 53. Okay, and these are the filters. These filters work only on the heart rate, disease by gender, and by age. So it works only on this one. So it makes it more interactive if you want to view only the maize who are and it have effect on only these ones. Okay, I can also set it to have effect on all. So when all is removed, then their data is no more, and it's very nice as well. Okay, and this is what controls the entire. This is also a filter that controls that gives an interaction when any of these are selected. A typical angle, then you see that there is an interaction, there is a movement in the data. Now everything is changed, the figures are changing. Okay, they keep on changing. Then I'll select all again so that it will come back. Okay, so this is what my dashboard looks like. There's a pie chart. This called a Lollipop chart. Lollipop chart, and there's a bar graph representing patient by age. So, and there is a small button here that you can use it to categorize the age as well. So as you press and the range become huge, then the data also start to transform, the bar start to change. And there is also another nice way of drawing a table inside a bar chart. And this is a instead of we can I used a I use a table, a column against a column to create a table. So this is a major versus color versus slope peak table. And this is how it looks. Even the part that you click, it will interact with the rest of the data. So it is interacting, it is causing changes in the data. So these are all the filters in here. You can filter it, select any part for you to know or for you to analyze it very well. That's it. This is the last one. This is how it now also looks like. Then let me move on to how these things were created. Okay, I'll take back an example of how I created this. So I'm moving my listing to the top here. Okay, so these are the sheets. We have the sheet, we have the dashboard, and you have the data source. So there is the data source. The data source is found in the extreme left down bottom, and this is the sheet. If you want to create a new sheet or new dashboard, it will appear. These are where you can create them. So I'll create a new sheet so that I'll go through quickly through with one example of how I created, for instance, the Lollipop dashboard. So I plotted the gender. I plotted gender, and these are the rows. These are the rows and the column. So gender is of male and female, and it's a categorical value. So there is A written, ABC written, meaning that it's a string, and this with hash means that they contain integer numbers and the rest. So then I went ahead to pick the diameter narrowing into the column section, and it gave me a graph, and it automatically summed the diameter narrowing up. So there is a simple graph that I generated, but since I've already done it in a laying form, I would like it to stand in a vertical form, so I can interchange the row and the column. So you can do that by clicking on this icon. It will automatically do that for you. Okay, so just created it in this way. And I would like this time, if you want to change this one to count, I'd like to change this one into count. So I will go back, and by default it selects sum. So I will let it count. So the counting here means that irrespective of the diameter narrowing being 0 or being 1, it will count it because it contains a value. So you have the total data to be, this one is 79 against 160. So adding them, you get the total of 239. So continuing with that, I will again like to add another graph to it. So when you press Control and you hold onto this, it will create another instance for you. So it has created. Then what we need to do is we want to combine. We want one to be circle and one to be a bar. So then definitely the bar one, the down one will be the bar, and the top one will be the circle. So I'll go ahead and select this one, and it has selected this, and convert it to a circle. Okay, now that the circle has been drawn, we can, because they are all having the same data, it is in relation. So anything that I do now, I want to double azure the data. So I'll go here and look for double azure. So it will merge the data as one, but it has gone back to a circle. But you don't want that. You want the down one to be a bar. So you go back and select bar. Okay. So the other one we cannot see, but this one we can see the circle is there. And now what we need to do is to select here, that is the heading of the graph. So I will select here, and I'll tell it that I want to synchronize. So I'll click synchronize, and both of the two graphs have synchronized nicely. So I'll click, I can either choose to hide, to show header, don't show, so I will uncheck it so that it goes away. Okay, now that we are having the circle and the bar, we'll go on by decreasing the size of the bar chart. So I'll go here and select bar. I will select size and then start to decrease it. It will take time. Okay. Okay, now it looks something like a lollipop. Okay. Okay. A bit bigger. And then go to the circle to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, now it's good. Then you move on. So this is basically how I created this template for the dashboard. They can do a stand on their own as dashboard. And now I can now add text to it. So I can either come here. It's better that I come here because here I've already changed the default sum to count. So I can pick it still by using the control key and select it to whatever I want to do with it. First, I want to change the color in the circle part. So I select it and now it has automatically given the color to it. Okay, and I can no, we don't want to do it with circle, we want to do it with differentiate it with the male and female, not the circle, not the bars. So I will undo it by Control Z. It will undo. Okay, then select it again, then put it in color. Okay, so now Tableau software has automatically generated colors for the male and female. So we would like to do it into the bar chart as well. So we have selected the bar chart and Control plus hold and then take it to onto the color. Then we wait and it has also given this one the color. But since the colors are not matching, I will have to change the colors of this one. So edit color, you can see it here. Then I'll select that one to manually change the colors. Okay, then let me go back here click colors, edit colors. Okay, so edit colors, I will go to I'll go here. Okay, I will like to change this one right here. Okay, it's like when you pick the colors from here by pressing the control gender, it misbehave. So maybe it's a software issue. So I went back here to pick the colors. So I picked the gender and drop it to the color button, and then did the same to this one as well. So now the colors are blending very well. So what I need to do is also give it a label. That label will keep changing as the count goes higher and decreases as the count reduces. Okay, then I'll go to gender and then start with the bottom one. No, I would like it to be at the top. So let me see which one I'm selecting. Okay, so the circle one. I want it to be in the middle of the circle, so I'll select gender here and put it at label. Oh, sorry, it's not gender. I will select count, diameter count, and put it at label. So I'll take the the count diameter to by clicking on the control and selecting it to the label. And now you can see the it's a label of 160 against 79. Okay, here you can see the colors also here. That is the color is female and this male. So without no wasting my time, I will create a new dashboard as an example. So the dashboard is like a plus inside the box, and I'll click on here. So the dashboard will bring everything that I've created over here, and there is the eighth one. So the eighth one, I'll click on it, and I don't want it tiled. So before I do that, I will have to even import the image, my background, because I would like my background to be transparent. If it depends on you, you can either go here and start to, if you don't want a transparent background, you just import this thing, your worksheet directly to the dashboard. But I want to a transparent background, so I'll click here. I double click on it, and it's tiled. Tiled means, and even before I do that, I need to even change. Let me upload this thing first. Insert image or choose image. Yeah, choose image. I've designed a UWS background that I'm going to use for it, like what I've done on the original work. So I import it and press OK, and it has come. And because it's by default set to this size, some part of my picture is missing, so I will set it to automatic, not fixed. So I've set it to automatic, and now you can see everything is here. So I'll go in here and select this one and choose float because we want it to be at the surface of the tiles, the image here, the image here. So I'll click on it, hold it, and drag it to this place and leave it. Okay, so it has come. So I'll just compress it and reduce the size a bit, and it is. And over here it's not looking like what we want, so we can use this button to go back to the worksheet. So in the worksheet it looked nice, but in our dashboard it's directly opposite. So I will have to increase the circle. So I will do that by clicking the circle and click and start increasing it and reduce the size of the bar. Okay. And this because of the view, you have standard view that you can use. You have height to match the height and entire view. So let's take it to, I want this to view the entire view. Okay. So this is how the entire view looks like. Okay. So let's go back to the dashboard 2. And this is how it looks like. So we will keep on doing that till we get how what we want, like a lollipop. So I'm pausing it. So this is how it looks like, but still we need to do more. So I'll increase the bar a bit and go to the view. Okay, this is somehow okay. So I want to quickly move all this. We would like to change it, but I want to quickly move to how I did the transparent background. I right click on format to change and select a format. And these are what you can do with this sheet, this pane. So this sheet, I will navigate to the sheet and the sheet. So I will change the white background to none. So it will automatically change it to none. That means only the solid part will be visible, only our graph will be visible. Okay, then I'll start removing. I'll go to the lines to remove lines from it. Anything I'll select none. Anything I'll select none. So it depends on which line you want to remove. So there are so many lines in it. Well, I decided to choose none. So I'll go to the border and continue to select none. You can choose or as well choose the color for what you want to use. Then go to rows. Then we select none. It's already selected. And the columns too is already selected. So we go back to lines again. So okay, click on gender as well field. Okay, so we have this and this one field. So we select this one to want to change the text color. So we choose blue and make it bold, or choose Tableau bold. Tableau bold. Sometimes the software misbehaves, so and the sheet too, we can edit the text by selecting all and select the color that we wish. Select blue, and we want it to be at maybe 16, or then we want it to center outline, then we click OK. So this is basically how everything was done from scratch. It took a lot of time, but it's worth it. And so this is how the total thing looked like. And here too is how I will close this, and my machine is running slow. So this is the working area, and this is where you can add filters. So by default, I said that it should use chest pain as a filter. So anytime I open a worksheet, it's by default filtered with chest pain. So you can as well add so many filters to your work and go by it. So thank you very much is all I have to say, and this is what's the design, where the design span where you can get everything you want to design. And if you want to carry on further design, you go to the dashboard, and you do additional styling over there. Thank you. And what I in conclusion, I will say that both Orange and Tableau help to visualize the data in a unique way that Tableau provided us with analysis ethical way that you can also present it as a presentation to your work, to your staff, to your everything, on how to interact, how the data interact with each other. And Orange 2 also gave us a visualization, and especially how the data was collected. For instance, the box plot. The box plot showed us the errors or the outliers in our data, in my data, that there are so many outliers inside the data. There are so many outliers inside the data, as I've already spoke about. So age, you could get so many outliers. They are out of the interquartile range, which makes a lot of sense when you are analyzing. And rest pain also got so many outliers. There, all the numerical values, there were so much outliers that it cannot generate an accurate result when you are trying to predict and doing analysis with Tableau. But for the sake of our work, this is what we have to do to produce what you have gotten so far. And thank you for listening.